I'm gonna do a little video on the Camaro here. So this is a 69 Z28. And this one, some of you guys might have seen this on YouTube a few years ago. It's kind of dark in here, but I built that twin turbo LS E85, all forged motor. We did some videos of this thing out ripping, doing rolling burnouts at 50 miles an hour all over the place. So that's pretty cool. I've had it on a rotisserie for, I don't know, 2 years to be the bottom. Probably won't be able to see it in this light, but I'll do some better videos on this car later. I got a triangulated 4-link under there. Coilovers. The car handles amazing. But I got these big Toyo R888s on there. Those are soft compound drag radial. And the advantage to that is when they get hot, the hotter they get, the more they stick. So you get good traction in the summertime. But in the wintertime, the colder they get, the harder they get. And if it gets below freezing, if these things freeze, they can crack. So I got to take them off every winter and put them in the house. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna get these big meats off of there and put them in the house and store them. I'll probably take about half the air out of them for storage, and then we'll put them back on in the spring. So here we go. So here's a tip. Anytime you're working with these big fat tires with deep dish wheels, whether on a car or a truck, they usually come with a lug nut that's splined like that, and it has a tool that goes in. So when you're working with all these different pieces, what I like to do is take a cloth, put it in the bottom of the wheel. This is the step they always skip at the tire store, and what happens is when they're working on spinning your wheel out with their impact wrench, or when you're spinning this, what inevitably always happens is that lug nut falls like that. And in a nice polished wheel, these are all dirty, they need to be polished up, but they're actually a pretty expensive wheel. These fall in, and you have a perfect mirror finish, all except that one spot where there's a big ding now. So it takes 2 seconds to throw a cloth in there, and that way if any of your lugs fall, or your tool falls, you're not making marks in your wheel. Here's another little tip. If you're going to put your car on jack stands, before you take your jack stand and put it under your nice polished or powder coated or painted axle, I like to take one of your microfiber cloths, fold it over a couple of times, put that on top of your jack stand. Slide that under there. Might be kind of hard to see, but now when you lower that down, your axle will be sitting on the cloth, not metal to metal, and it won't scratch your nice paint or powder coat. This giant box came today. It contained an awesome cowl hood for the lifted square body that we're working on. So I'll show more of that later too. Okay, so now we got these big dudes in the house, in the basement. So what we're gonna do, take about half or 2/3 of the air out. We just want them to have a nice, low stress, easy resting period for the winter. Very little pressure in them. Like 10 or 12 pounds in there. That's good. Good. All right, what do you think, boss? What do you think? Good job. Yeah, good job. While we're down here, maybe a good time to show. We got some brand new furniture for the Camaro in the spring. The front seats, those are the back ones shoved in there. I reupholstered these myself. Well, I didn't sew them, it's a kit, but you kind of undo all the old upholstery. Then you have a hog ring pliers and you put the new foam on, you tighten the new leather and attach it to the old frames. Well, those are gonna look awesome in the Camaro. So that'll be coming up.